You know what it is. It's Outside the Ropes here with Meco Hart, of course, and Lubo Guedjev, straight from Bulgaria. Bitch, listen. We went to the fights. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. First and foremost, before we get to Lubo's amazing story, did you think that that was going to happen?
Man, I'm going to tell you, man, it was an amazing fight, man. Two great fighters, man, that people wanted to see for a long time. Right. And it was, man, inevitable for it to happen. So I just think, man, it was a blessing for it to finally happen, man. But, hey, the best fighter won.
Absolutely. Did you call it that way, or did you think something else was going to happen?
To be honest, at first I was going with Spence, but after he had them two accidents, I shifted to Crawford because, you know, I've been telling people, I said, bro, your body cannot take that type of, you know, exposure if you're a fighter because it takes a lot out of you. And so he was ejected. People don't know he was ejected from the car in the accident, and then he messed his eye up. Right. So come to find out, he had retina stuff messed up. The doctor's talking about it right now, how when he was coming to the ring, that the wife was saying, baby, looked like he was high off marijuana. Yeah, that's what people were saying. But no, it wasn't that. The man had already had a neurological stuff going on in his head, so he was messed up. That's why he was so everybody trying to put on the trainer. Right. He wasn't ready. No, you can't put on the trainer. It's, you know, man, it's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's bigger than that. Derrick James done won all kind of Boxing Writers Association awards. Let's just be happy for Bud. I mean,
you feel me?
If you knew what he was, I knew what he was. He was already undisputed.
Man, the bro is the truth.
People didn't know, how they believe.
He's the truth, bro.
Yeah.
The truth. My cousin lived in Nebraska, and he's a singer, and he's been telling me about him for the last 10 years. He said, "Cuz, I'm telling you, this guy, Bud Crawford's the truth." He walked him in the ring. Yeah. He said, "Man, nobody gonna get in this business." He said, "He's going to destroy Spence." I was like, we was going back and forth. At the time I was with Spence, I was like, I don't know, man. Spence is this and that, but cuz you was right, cuz.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Right. I thought it was gonna be a split decision, Crawford. I did not see total domination. That was...
At least I was expecting was a draw.
Yes, that would have been great.
Because you know, all great fights is 3 fights.
That's right.
But it didn't happen like that.
And now people don't even want to see a second.
Exactly. Who wants to see that again?
Yeah, I don't want to see this. I ain't gonna lie. I got my man Lubo Guedjev here. Fight Scout. New BKFC promoter from Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Been all around the world making combat sports happen for the people, as well as a former fighter. Welcome to the States.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Brother.
Absolutely. Lubo, what was it like, first of all, being in Vegas during a big fight week? I know this is maybe your first time in Vegas.
First time.
That was one of the biggest fight weeks in what, 10 years?
Man, a long time.
Definitely since Floyd
at least
retired.
a decade. Because since Floyd, we haven't had anything, so people wanted to see this.
Yeah. What was the energy like for you, Lubo?
Well, from arrival, man.
Yeah.
From arrival.
Because you was in the MGM Grand.
Yeah. There was a hype all over the place. I felt it without even knowing like what to expect. So it was a divine intervention. It was amazing.
Absolutely. You came at the right time.
Yeah.
Lubo, tell the people about yourself, man. You got an amazing story you were just telling Meco about. But keep it real, man. People who don't understand Bulgaria and what's going on, tell them about yourself, man.
Well, Bulgaria is a small place in Europe, very small country, almost 7 million people. I left it when I was 20 in pursuit for a better life. I went to Abu Dhabi, where my mother was before me. And again, by divine intervention, I got involved with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, one of the sons of the president at that time, one of the sheikhs, who organizes the best grappling event in the world. So I got to train with the best people who travel around the world, referee and judge most of the event, help organize them. And later on, I decided to pursue an MMA career. So I fought for a while, went back to Bulgaria. I opened an academy there. I brought pretty much the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Bulgaria at that time. Then I went back to Abu Dhabi, where the Sheikh's older brother made Jiu-Jitsu mandatory in schools and in the army. So I was ahead of that project. They invited me to be in charge of that technical team.
Absolutely.
So we trained like 100,000, 120,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
A lot of arms got broke because of this guy.
It was a very big project. It's still growing. When I left, there was about 400 instructors, and now there are around 700 instructors teaching more and more people.
Wow.
And went back to Bulgaria in 2021. I decided to go on my own. So I've been having that idea for mobile application that can help fighters, promoters, managers, especially the ones that are on a lower scale, you know, not the white sharks. So that's how I founded Fight Scout. It's been going well. We launched a year and 2-3 months ago.
Oh, what a blessing.
gets a good traction. A lot of people.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting, because Meco's gonna appreciate this, because Meco's always putting us up on game on how to be better and be more professional. He created the LinkedIn of combat sports app.
Yeah.
So you can, you know what I mean, have your whole resume, connect with people, talk about yourself, just like LinkedIn, how you can plug in and get a job.
Wow.
That's what Fight Scout is.
See, and that is such a blessing, you know, because we have so many fighters around the world that they don't know how to connect with, you know, nothing, not even a gym, a promoter, a manager. So that connection, man, is, man,
Same goes with the coaches.
Astronomical, man. That's
Not
beautiful.
many people talk about the coaches.
Yeah.
They have space too, and we're going to put referees, ring announcers,
Right.
all the technical personnel that is involved in an event and in our industry in general.
Man, anything that we can do and to help you to make this the success,
I
man,
really appreciate
please, man,
really
don't
appreciate
hesitate.
it.
'Cause,
Yeah.
man,
You know what's crazy? Because the one thing he said to me, why he did it as a former fighter, because people be faking in the game. And then they don't share information about this one did me dirty.
Wow.
So now through
Wow.
this, you can say, oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. You know, boxing has a black eye on it for a long time. So when you come to a fight like this, of this magnitude, and it's been so hyped for so long, and it's just a great thing because it brings a lot of good people together that does stuff, you know, for boxing. And we have to just take it to another level, because if we don't do what we're supposed to do, boxing is going to fall off.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think any sport should relax, because we saw that with boxing, with MMA, you know, now with the bare knuckle coming up. A lot of, you know, disciplines that are not evolving or not catching up to the dynamics may get, you know, left behind.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's bringing bare knuckle fighting championships, which has been disrupting the game, to Bulgaria. You know, Meek's a boxing trainer. What do you think, and a trainer overall? What do you think about bare knuckle, first of all? Are you into this? Do you think this is the new wave? You think it's too brutal?
Well, I'm gonna say this: it's a gladiator sport, and it goes back centuries. The gypsies, that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So, in fact, the champion now, his grandparents were Egyptian world-class bare knuckle fighters.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
That's right.
So yeah, and another one, LL Cool J. His grandparents were bare knuckle champions. People don't know that.
Wow, I definitely didn't know that.
So yeah, so
That's
you know, mama would say knock you out,
Yeah, he meant that shit.
bruh.
He meant that shit.
See, people don't know that. See,
Yeah.
that's it's in his DNA.
I see.
You know, so it's so much. But if we don't talk,
Right.
we don't know. That's why the communication is so important, to talk, you know, from the young and the old.
Right.
See, you know what I'm saying? You the new school, I'm the old school. I mean, so it's up to us to let people know what's going on in the boxing community, the boxing world, and you know, bring everybody together so everybody can be on one accord, because people don't know.
Right.
They just see a fight and then everything else is over.
Right.
So if they have no information about anything else. Sometimes they want to know about a fighter. They want to know about
They just wanna
a
see
coach.
Yeah.
They want to know about the trainer. So that program that you have, that's going to be a phenomenal program.
Fight
Because,
Scout.
Thank you.
Man,
That
yeah,
is
that's
so-
gonna
because
be
it gives
great.
exposure to
Yes.
something outside of the
Yeah.
fight itself.
absolutely, absolutely.
I think it's awesome. And speaking of what people don't know, people don't realize how much goes into the bare knuckle situation anyway. You was telling me when we drove up about the tryouts to be in his first show in Bulgaria. Tell Meco about this, like how people tried out, what they had to do.
Well, yeah, so we had the fighters that wanted to fight. We created a form online for them to apply so that we can filter them out and see how many people to expect to prepare properly. So we separated them into two groups. I was surprised to see that the top of the Bulgarian fighting elite came for the trials.
What?
You can see from the MMA and the boxing.
They came out. The best of the
They
best
came.
came out.
And they were doing jabs and whatever, you know, the BKFC representatives asked them to do. There was no ego game. They were not there to play around or make selfies or whatnot. They were very disciplined. So the actual trials were separated into three major elements. We first did the photo shoots, and then there was some boxing bag, mitts, shadow boxing, and camera guys were recording each of the fighters.
How many fighters did they came up?
There were a total of 63 fighters.
That's a good look.
We put them in 2 groups.
That's a good look.
Yeah, and then after that, there was a video interview.
And you said all weight classes.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
all. There were big guys, light guys.
Right.
And then the video interviews, you know.
Yeah, so you had a cut also, I'm sure. You had to do a cut. If you had 60 guys, you had to have a cut. How many guys did you end
Oh,
up?
yeah. We ended up closing 12 fights.
Mhm.
Okay.
We only took 10 from the
10 from
Bulgarian guys that came
Out of that
over
60?
there. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
10 of the best.
10 of the best.
Wow.
And then we got 10 different nationalities to face. So the fight card is more or less Bulgaria versus
Oh, yeah,
Europe.
yeah. Oh, wow,
Yeah.
That makes it interesting.
You know what I'm saying? How many fights on the card?
12.
Yeah.
So when do you guys plan on starting? I mean, as far as...
November 17, the date is confirmed. The venue is the biggest arena in Sofia, 12,000 seats.
So people
we
get us the cap.
just have to announce the fight site literally in the
So
next
you
few days.
checking the sellout?
Oh,
And what? That's beautiful.
But Meek, here's the crazy thing. They don't have no commission over there.
no commission.
Tell them. I'm telling him. See his face?
What you mean?
Tell them.
Because it's a commercial event, legally it falls outside the jurisdiction of federations. Federations are amateur organizations, known for profit, and that's a commercial event, so you can do whatever you want.
So they only have commission for amateurs.
So
In his country.
So you got free reign to do whatever.
Yeah.
Everything is all.
I said to him, I said, now everybody's going to start fucking with him. They're going to
You
start
make your own rules.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's
People gonna start coming to him, trying to get down.
KFC rules and
Yeah.
Yeah, you
right that
about,
way.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
still-
sanctioned by-
But
Each
all the bread you
referee
saved
knows that.
and not having to do. I said, everybody's going to start coming to him now.
Man, what?
we just don't have to deal with the
All you need is sponsors.
Thank you.
Sponsors. Everybody eat.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to talk.
Yeah.
Nah, for real, man. Yeah, but I just think what he's doing is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially Fight Scout. Like, Fight Scout links people in the game to be pros. I mean, and be professionals.
Absolutely, man. It's
Different
good, man.
sport, different parts of
Yeah.
the world, which makes it even
Right.
So let me
all
ask
the
you.
sports.
It's not just MMA. It's all fighters.
all the sports,
All
Boxing,
All
everything.
karate.
Everything.
Oh my gracious.
Yeah, everything.
Oh my gracious.
And look, if you don't know a matchmaker, or you're looking for a manager,
Just going in.
yeah. So it's really gonna cut through the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's gonna let everybody just plug right in.
Yeah.
How many users you have right now on the app?
Registered just 4,000, close to 4,000.
Okay.
Around 11,000 downloads.
Okay.
But
How
it's
many?
not even in America. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
But it's not even in America yet. Like
Yeah,
it is.
we have users from America, but
Yeah.
it's not popular. We're just stepping
Yeah,
in,
exactly.
registering,
Right.
helping
That's just in
them.
Bulgaria
Yeah.
put that. So once they get here
No,
about
that's
us
No,
here,
no, worldwide.
130 countries.
Yeah.
130
Oh, okay.
countries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you go on the App Store on your
Okay.
Android or your iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You get the
wonderful.
joint right now.
Oh yeah. No.
We have fighters from Nepal.
We have to get
Yeah,
some
like-
strong commercials here
Yes.
in America so we can
Yes.
promote
yeah,
it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
US is the
Yes,
target,
It's
yeah.
the jewel.
Absolutely, absolutely.
my man Rhett here. He's been very helpful. I mean, thanks to them, they embraced the idea.
Oh yeah.
That gave me a lot of confidence.
Absolutely,
I was
absolutely.
able-
I'm gonna tell you what sold me on the joint was when he said fighters could upload their medicals, and any commissioner on the states can go into the app and see a guy's whole history instead of all of the faxing and checking it behind
That's
you on
like
the doc.
something
You see what I'm
not
saying?
heard of.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
just want you to know
Fucking right.
You're in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy, man. And this is Bulgaria, bro.
Yeah, the other thing that
what I'm
James actually
Yeah.
liked about Fight Scout was we created this feature where fighters can live stream their training sessions or
That's
seminars
hard.
or any content of their value, and put a price on it, like a pay-per-view,
Yeah.
and they decide how much to put on it, and they take 90% of the profit.
Right.
So it actually allows fighters to monetize.
The fighters get 90%.
coaches. Yeah, everyone that uses the pay-per-view,
Yeah.
we only keep 10% commission.
Wow. Yeah, you can do pay-per-view
See,
through
that's
that.
just
Yeah.
fair.
But he was even talking about
overly
doing,
fair.
He was even talking about doing master classes. So if somebody want to teach, you just do the thing, and
Live
people
stream it.
Yeah, you can live stream, pay
And
to
then
watch.
if you're popular, let's say you're a very popular fighter, but now your career is over, like James was talking about.
Right.
Not, you know, guys that after their contracts are expired, they pretty much fade away. But that's a good tool for you to keep monetizing on your name. on your
Absolutely,
skills.
especially when
Coaches,
you do
the same thing.
professional.
Like very few people focus on the coaches, but without a coach.
Yeah,
fighters.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing.
Meek, we gotta rock with this.
We
Man.
have to, man. This is a beautiful thing.
He's right.
man. You got something good going on, man.
Thank you.
That's one of the things, man.
Feedback from guys like you.
No, I thank you for that
It's
because
more than
we have never had that in boxing. Boxing, just think about it. You get the football, basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey.
Yeah, I also think
boxing had nothing.
I also think all the other sports in US like NFL, the NHL, and all that are so much more advanced in technology. I mean, they were using technology years ago, you know, to identify new talent and have scores and whatnot. And in the combat sports, we're segregated on every level. Country-wise, we're segregated.
But that's
style segregated. Federations segregated. So everyone more or less operates in their own universe.
It's called divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Man. Exactly. So I just want to have one place where if you and I want to watch sumo now, how do you find sumo?
Yeah.
Facts. I want to be able to go in one platform, filter by sport, country, date, event, whatever filter you want. Right. It's there.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing.
I like it too because you could even do things like a coach's roundtable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do, I mean, it's access to all the information.
It helps the coaches too, because when they're out of a job or something, it gives the other owners and different people. You can look at their platform, you can look at them and go in there and see everything they've done, and you know, opposed to just knowing somebody like this.
We're all relying on personal connection.
Exactly. So that's that monetize. Yeah, you really monetize.
You have to know someone that knows someone, and that's there's no growth in that model.
The game has changed, yo.
Man, I tell you, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it really is, because that's what it's about. It's not about getting old, it's about growth.
Man.
Because a lot of people get old, but they have no growth.
That's right.
So the name of the game is growth.
Yes.
And man, everything you're doing, it says growth all over it.
Facts.
So, yeah.
And I love the fact that he, you know what I'm saying, he comes over here.
Yeah, because man, hey, you have to, like you said, America is the melting pot.
Right.
This is where you get it right. This is where you got to come and get it all the way right.
I just need the reason.
Yeah. I know that.
You're putting Bulgaria on the map too, man, because some people might feel underexposed or may not understand your country and know much about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
the country is small, like the focus was never Bulgaria, even with BKFC.
Right.
Focus is not Bulgaria, focus is Europe.
Right.
I mean, we're just happy in one place, but Europe, there are so many countries out there that it doesn't make sense to focus on the country. Fighters are the most important thing in the event, not who makes it and where.
Absolutely, don't matter where you're from, you can fight.
Yeah, but it's just a good place because it's still relatively inexpensive compared to other European countries. Surrounded by countries that, like in our culture, we love combat sports. Like when there's a Bulgarian guy fighting on an important event, the president watches that event. He comes back winning.
Oh, he the city.
People in the airport, cameras, TV.
Wow,
you know,
huge.
It's not like Central Europe where society in general rejects our sports. You know, they treat it as violent. So of course there are fans. But society in general has a different view on combat sports. And BKC.
Of course.
On where you from.
But Poland, Czech Republic, Turkey, Greece, the Balkans, you know, all these countries, man, we do love fighting, man.
Oh,
that's
man.
like 200 million people market.
So let me ask you a question. How long does a bare knuckle fight round last?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And how many rounds? 5 rounds.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Very few go full time. Very few.
So what type of? Because I seen they had something like a padding.
I think they got a wrap, right?
Yes, there's a wrap that finishes just before the knuckle. So the knuckles are fully exposed. So
all the knuckles, even this part.
Yeah. It finishes.
Wow.
It's a bare hand. It's a bare hand on all accounts.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I also think what made me fall in love with that rule set, because I watched it online. Came in the US last year. It was October or November, around that time. And I actually saw an event live in Miami. And that's when I fell in love. Why? Because there was the rules eliminate prolongation of the fight. No one is feeling out the other guy. There's no running around. There's no stalling. Like you can't stall because one jab can.
They stay in the center. They stay in the center.
So
toe to toe.
Like
How big is the
head
round?
to head.
How big is the ring? I mean,
In feet, I don't know, like 8 meters.
Opposed to a boxing ring, it would be like a third, like a fourth, a fourth of
It's
it.
a circle, almost the same size. Almost
I think
Oh, it's about the same. Oh, it's just okay.
7
that's
meters.
pretty- Okay, it's about the same.
Circle 7 meters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to an event, a bare knuckle event in Tampa, BKFC. And yeah, first of all, the shits was ending quick.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. And I went to another one for another company. They not playing, man. Like, as soon as it goes down, they going in to win. Period.
Because you can't play. Right?
Yeah, at all. At all.
One punch.
Right.
So is that gonna be the new UFC or MMA? Is that gonna be the takeover, or what do you think?
Well, the one clear thing, at least my analysis or my take on that, is that it is obvious that the industry is looking for variety.
Yes.
We saw fights in triangle ring.
Yeah.
We see online 2 versus 1, 3 versus 3, and all sorts of pillow fighting. You know, I mean,
Right.
I think the amount of information that we receive today begs for variety of content and models.
Right.
And I think BKFC provides something very unique because it's quick. It keeps your adrenaline high. Every fight you watch is like 2 guys fighting in front of you at the petrol station. You know, like you're witnessing a real fight, the closest thing to a real street fight, and that goes like
Absolutely,
bam.
it's definitely a street
Fight is over, and you know you have goosebumps. And the next fight goes on. It's like it's an adrenaline rush experience.
No, it definitely gives the audience way more options. And I think now it's kind of rounded itself out as its own thing that is going to stay. And I say that because it's giving veteran fighters who Dana White is done with you.
Yeah, that's
Now they like, oh, come over here. Whereas before they were like, oh, how you gonna tell me I can't fight no more?
Right.
yeah.
Now bare knuckle is there for them, and they're going right to it.
Man.
And they're making good matchups too. It's fights that you would have never saw in the UFC that BKFC is doing for sure. I like that.
I can't wait to come to Vegas.
Yeah, and they mix the styles. Paulie Malignaggi fought who did he fight? That Artem Lobov, whatever. He fought him. Paulie Malignaggi was a boxer. He fought bare knuckle.
Oh yeah, where was it?
That was in
States? Oh.
yeah, it was in States. It was in Tampa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he fought one of Conor McGregor's dudes, an MMA guy.
Man, it's got to be a lot of blood in that, bro. A lot of blood. You hear me?
Quite
A
frankly,
lot of broken noses.
a lot of fights
and a lot
finish
of blood.
without blood. Like you
Straight
can see
knockout, yeah.
more blood in MMA too. You know, with the elbows on the
Yeah,
ground,
yeah,
it's the same
that's
thing.
Well, it's fight game, so you expect that. I mean,
Bare
it is
knuckle
what
is
it is.
less chance of injury because you only have hits to the head and 1 or 2 more, you're out.
But you can also lose your life in one blow.
Mm.
Good, yeah. The risk is there.
That's the game.
This is
So
definitely
I was talking to these young fighters at the Champs Convention, and it was a bunch of them, and I let them know, when you get in that ring, first of all, protect yourself at all times, see? And just understand this is a hurt game. It's a pain game.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to eat, sleep, and dream it, don't do this.
Man.
Correct.
You understand? Because you can lose your life in here, in this ring.
I do. I was just telling Rick
Right.
a story
Yeah.
about one of my fights that.
No, tell him.
And so I went to referee an event in Russia, and I was not out of shape. I had like 1 MMA fight a month ago, 2 grappling events, and then I was in the deep, you know, my body was recovering and whatnot. But when I arrived there, the guys are like, man, one of the fighters didn't show up. You want to take the fight? And I'm like,
Wow.
who am I fighting? And they said that Russian name, who was at that time very popular Russian fighter. He fought in the UFC, but I've only seen one of his fights. In fact, if you don't mind, I will say the full story because there is a fun element to it. So I only remember that one fight that I saw of the guy, and I remember he didn't know jiu-jitsu that well, although he won. He was very vicious striker.
That wasn't his strong point, the jiu-jitsu part.
He was
the fighter,
very,
he was a puncher problem.
very strong
Yeah.
punches, good balance, like obviously former sambo or judo or something like that. But I remember he fought a Brazilian guy, a famous Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, and I thought the Brazilian guy made a mistake. So as the guys asked me, I make a quick decision. Yeah, that guy didn't know much jiu-jitsu. Okay. And I'm convinced I will choke the guy.
You You put him in a
But
lot.
the other referees, my colleagues, started telling me that one of them refereed, they broke his arm. During the event, he didn't tap. On another event, they broke his foot, you know, so they were admiring how tough he is. Although they didn't realize I just accepted to fight with him. I didn't hear that. I didn't need to hear that, you know.
You hear that part, right?
But so that's like two days before the event. We weigh in. I was on spot, and the guy was cutting maybe 9 or 10 kilos. So he was just a bigger person than me physically. But everyone was very appreciative of the fact that I took the fight. It was the co-main event of the night. He was a big name, you know. So anyhow, on the day of the event, the guy who is fighting the main event against the Russian is a guy from Finland. And I know these guys from Finland because I work with them. And I saw his face was very like worried. I'm like, man, come on, let me get you a cup of tea, you know, just relax. I was not under pressure because I didn't went through 3-4 months of preparation thinking about that.
Exactly.
It was like, yeah, all right, you know.
Yeah, let's get it on.
So I take him there to have tea, and there was this big window on the next to the cafeteria, and I see across the street a big building with LED screen showing an advertisement of the event. And it's then when I saw highlights of the guy I'm fighting. So I saw more than just that fight that I remember. And I'm like, what the man?
Well, I done got myself into, right?
And I was telling Rhett, I finished off in the second round. I ate so many punches to my head that he cured me of fear of punches. You know, I was taking punches after that fight, like eyes open, like that.
Punch drunk. You get so much.
Oh shit.
You didn't go into your jiu-jitsu and try to
I went in fact, and I missed him. Like I did everything as I imagined it. Closed the distance, went to the ground, almost took the back with a choke.
You took him down?
Well, I fell with him.
Okay, gotcha.
I fell down.
Gotcha.
He was just bigger,
too strong.
good balance.
Couldn't get him how he wanted. He wasn't gonna let you get. He knew you was trying to come with that jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and I missed him. Like if I didn't miss that foot or whatever, there was like small technical thing. He rolled over.
To sweep him?
It was I spin for the back. And I almost took the back, but he managed to slip one of his legs and turn face to face, and that's when the punishment started and went up and down. He was the only guy that actually put me on my ass. Like, in my career, I never had a knockout or a knockdown. That guy put me to sit.
That's usually happening when you're bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But just the fact that you took the fight, like, fuck it.
Well, that was my reputation in Russia from that moment. It opened the doors to Russia for me. Then I had a very good relationship there. Did few events, fought several times over there. Both fighters, people respected that.
Hey, that's the key to everything. Respect. You got your respect, so hey, that's what matters.
It was a stupid decision, but
and you still here to talk about it, so that's what counts.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Lubo, man, how can these people find you on Instagram, on Twitter? Like, tell everybody where you at.
Well, Lubo Guedjev, it's hard to spell, but I think I'm the only guy with Lubo in the combat sports, so I think it's easy when you type Abu Dhabi, ADCC, you know, Lubo.
Okay. And where can they find Fight Scout? How can they get that?
Fight Scout, Apple Store, Google Play, both platforms, or just visit fightscout.app website, check it out, see what the app is all about, download.
You and Meco got to get together on this thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm looking for major things, man. I plan on keeping you here. I've got you on speed dial.
Yeah, you already know, man. That's between the ropes.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, yo.